guys, my name is Cherita. Welcome to my channel. Did you guys know that I'm a TikTok influencer? Go follow me on TikTok. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing episode 1 of Instant Influencer. If you do not know what Instant Influencer is, it is a reality show type deal hosted by James Charles for free on his channel. Go check it out. It's free. And it's all surrounded about makeup and being an influencer, hence the name Instant Influencer. So I'm gonna be talking about episode 1 that was just uploaded today. Now, before I get started, make sure you click subscribe for new content whenever I post, and do not forget to click the notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a video. So a while back, James Charles put out a casting call, if you will, for makeup artists who wanted to be on his show called Instant Influencer. I don't know how many people auditioned, but I do know it was a lot. And out of this large amount of people, he picked 6 people. Now these 6 people include Christian, who we come to find out likes to be called Indigo, Gabriel, Kaylin, Ashley, Benny, and Brittany. So those are the 6 people, those are the 6 contestants that were picked to be on his show. So the very first challenge that they had was to show up in a face full of makeup that represents who they are. So they show up and everybody has obviously a different look, and they each talk about what their looks are and how it represents them. And then James said, this was good, could have done this better. So Indigo has a mask, and when they take the mask off, it reveals a beautiful face that looks like an orchid. It was gorgeous. And basically what he was saying is he went through some dark times, which was the mask, and then once you take the mask off, it revealed a brighter future. All right, I see you. Gabriel, his face was, it had an earth and then like a skull, very well done, and then something on the side, I don't really remember. But what he was saying is he has a lot of feelings for Mother Nature and the earth and the planet, and we need to fix it before it dies. And the critique that James had to say about that was, while it's an amazing look, it's a stunning look, that really doesn't represent you and your personality. Fair enough. Kaylin had a face full of just colorfulness, and then it went down to her neck, and I mean, it was artistry at its finest. The way that she kind of worded it was a hot mess, but James piggybacked off of it and called it a beautiful chaos, which that's what it looks like. It was a lot, but it was very, very, very pretty. And we come to find out that Kaylin, much like me, can't stop talking. So that's one of her downfalls, but with that, we understand what her makeup is about. We kind of understand her personality a little bit more. Now Benny, oh, sweet, sweet Benny. Benny is 18 years old, like a fresh 18-year-old, like right out the womb 18-year-old. Oh my God, his fit, I cannot. He is the cutest little thing. My heart. So anyways, Benny had Japanese cherry blossoms and then mountains on his face, done very well. And I want to say the Japanese cherry blossoms had something to do with his mom living in Japan. Y'all, I don't have a good memory, but I do remember that what James had to say was that the color of the mountains and the Japanese cherry blossoms just weren't cohesive, but again, done very, very well. And then Ashley, her look was an ink blot test, and the way that she described it as it relates to her is she is very into mental health, and everybody perceives ink blot tests differently. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, and then Brittany had a very colorful eye with these bubbles across her cheeks, and it was to represent her bubbly personality. And I was like, okay, that's dope. And the eye look was really, really, really good. Very vibrant, and the colors just popped. I mean, okay, Brittany, I see you, girl. So James did pick a winner of this challenge, and Remember, the challenge was to do a face full of makeup that represents who you are. And in James, in his eyes, he thought that Ashley did the best. She was the one who did the ink blot test, and she actually got an advantage to the very first elimination challenge. So this show it gives me very top model vibes, where you have to do a challenge and the judges pick, okay, who was the best and who was the weakest, and whoever is the weakest has to be sent home. Unfortunately, not everybody can be a winner. So if I were a judge on this show, which I mean by my flawless makeup skills, you could tell that I will eventually be a judge on the show. If I were a judge, I probably would have picked Ashley to win as well, just because I feel that she, not only was her look different, but it truly showed and represented who she was as a person. I feel like she followed the directions the best, and that look reflected exactly what she was trying to portray. All right. So now let's move on to the elimination challenge. So Ashley got first dibs on a product. Now, what was the challenge? The challenge was to do a product review video, but also to sell the product. And so each person picked a different product, and they had to make a video, they had to edit the video, and basically make it like a commercial. And Ashley got the first pick of the Sephora room, Ulta room, Morphe room, the makeup room, and she picked a blue mascara. What does the winner receive if they win this challenge? They receive basically a setup, like lights and maybe a camera. They receive basically the same setup system that James Charles has in his filming room. That's worth $10,000. They also get a collab. They get to do a collaboration with James on his channel, and then they also win $50,000. I want to say that's a grand prize, but to me, it sounded like that's what the winner of this challenge receives, but I could be wrong. Let me know. Okay, so we know that Ashley picked the blue mascara. Brittany chooses an Ofra highlighter. Benny chooses the KKW contouring stick. Indigo chooses the ABH foundation, which was very bold of him because Norvina is a judge in this show. She's actually going to be on every single episode. Gabriel chooses the James X Morphe palette, and Kaylin chooses a Real Techniques sponge. So basically we watch them, you know, kind of do their little thing. We watch them film, we watch them edit, we watch them do we watch them go through the entire process. And then in the end, we get to see every single video. So everybody comes up one by one, you watch their video, and James is a judge, Norvina's a judge, and then Paris Hilton is actually a judge on this episode. They all basically give the influencer, this is what you did good, this is what you could have done better. And then can we please just talk about James and that outfit and that makeup look? Like the red and the genius. Whoever put that together, genius. But this isn't about James. This is about his show. So in my opinion, I think 3 people had great videos. I think Kaylin had a great video, I think Indigo had a great video, and I think Ashley had a great video. The reason why is because they actually sold their products, whereas some of the other people kind of just did, it was more tutorial-like. It didn't really make me want to purchase anything that they were selling. Whereas, I mean, Ashley she did B-rolls. I mean, and they only had 3 hours to put this together. Ashley had a B-roll. She showed off the product on the little Lazy Susan. I was like, okay, girl, I see you. Kaylin basically did a full like a full beat using just the sponge. Like that was her selling point, was I'm gonna take this sponge and I'm gonna do a full beat. Okay, that's how you sell something. And then Indigo did the ABH foundation, which was bold of him because, like I said, Norvina was a judge. And not only did he sell the product, because he was saying, this is just about the foundation. We're not gonna use a base. We're not gonna do this. not only did he sell the product, but he incorporated his personality as well. So those 3 people did an amazing job. So after all the videos were done, they all walked away and they went into their own separate rooms, and the judges did their deliberation. Paris liked Benny, the little fresh 18-year-old boy. Norvina liked Ashley. She was the one who won Norvina liked Ashley, which Ashley was the one who won the initial.
My gut and my heart is telling me that I just did this too fast and I didn't know what I was doing. I wasted everyone's money, I wasted everyone's everything, and I feel bad.
Ashley won the initial challenge, and Norvina liked her video the best, and then James liked Kaylin's video the best. So they sat there and they deliberated, and then it was time to see who got eliminated. The way that they did it is they all sat in their own separate filming rooms, and James FaceTimed them basically and told them this is what we liked, this is what we didn't like, just like any elimination type show. And then it came to the last person, and the person who got eliminated, James actually went to them and made it very personal. It wasn't done through a screen. And I thought that was amazing the way that they did it. Just so when somebody tells you bad news, you don't want to be, well, I shouldn't say that because some people might, but you don't want to be alone. And the fact that he had so much positive things to say to this person was just, it softened the blow. Of course it's gonna hurt, but it did soften the blow. I do like that aspect of James is literally there for, to be a shoulder to cry on. So the person who ended up getting eliminated was Brittany. I think one of the main reasons why she got eliminated is because she did her makeup and her editing, and she still had an hour to spare. So I feel like maybe she rushed it, and maybe she was trying to use that extra hour to show James and the panel hey, I finished it and I still have an hour left to spare. That could be an advantage for me. I feel like maybe that's where she was going with her thinking, but unfortunately, the final product did come off as rushed. I mean, she did an amazing job. But unfortunately, it was time for somebody to go. Oh, and the winner of the challenge was Kaylin. Kaylin, like I said, did a great job with showing the sponge and telling people how you can utilize the sponge. She did a great job, and she didn't even blab for 30 minutes or however long this video is. So she did amazing. Good job, Kaylin. So I'm assuming that means she wins all that money and other stuff, or is that the grand prize, you guys? I'm so confused. Now, again, if I were James, which I'm not, nor will I ever be, I personally would have chosen Indigo to win that specific challenge. I feel like Indigo did exactly what was asked, and he even threw in his personality. So, but that's just me. My votes don't mean nothing. So if you guys watched this, or if you guys are watching this because you don't want to watch it, let me know what you guys think or thought about the first episode. I personally am obsessed. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Also, do not forget to link up with me on my social media. All of that information will be down below in the description box. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye!